What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to tonight's live stream. I am super excited for tonight because we are watching my personal favorite sequel in the Scream franchise, Scream 4. Love Scream 4. It is the first Scream movie that I saw in theaters. I will never forget it. So very excited. Thank you to everyone who is here right now. It looks like we have 17 people here for the time being. I imagine we will get a few more. And we're gonna get started with the movie in like 5 to 10 minutes. I like to give people a chance to make their way into the stream and get set up. So do that now while we're waiting. Get your movie set up. Mine is all ready to go. I am watching it on Amazon Prime. It's free on Amazon. It's also on Plex and Freevee, so it's out there for free. So get it ready, queue it up, keep it paused on 0 seconds, 0 everything. In about 10 minutes or so, I'll do a little countdown so that we can all play our movie at the same time. Hopefully be synced up. If we're off by a few seconds, no worries. We've all seen the movie a million times. So, but let's see who we have here. King Matthew is here, and you said, in my opinion, I feel like this is where Scream 5 should have continued on from, instead of adding Sam and Tara as characters. Kirby should have been the main character in 5, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a shame that we didn't get the original plan for Scream 5, which would have happened back in like 2012 or 2013 had they continued. I think about it all the time. There was a plan for Jill to survive, follow her along at college with a new Ghostface who knew her secret. So it really is a shame. But I guess with the actual Scream 5 that we got, it was just too much of a gap. So they had to bring in some new characters, I guess. Hey, Chocolate Ice, glad you could make it. Hey, Natalia. Kylan is here. You said, I love Scream 4. Hit the like button. I also love Scream 4. And yes, please, everyone who is here, please hit the like button. It looks like we have 31 people here right now, so we're growing. If you're just coming in, I already said we're going to get started in about 5 or so minutes. I like to give people a chance to make their way into the stream, get their movie set up. So do that now while we're getting ready. But yeah, if all 32 people here could give the stream a like, I would greatly appreciate that. That helps out the channel. Harvey is here. You said, I'm ready to be converted to a Scream 4 lover. Yeah, you gotta. It's a great movie. It's like a small part of me understands why some people don't like it, but then another part of me doesn't get how people can't like it. Like, it's just so good. Maybe it's because at the time when it came out, I was already a huge fan of Emma Roberts and Hayden Panettiere. I had grown up watching them in like other movies, so maybe that's why I loved it so much. I don't know. RJ is here getting his snacks ready. Nice. Ray is here. Got my movie ready. Judy dropped off some lemon squares earlier. I hope they are the special kind. Yeah, I should have got lemon squares for tonight, but I didn't. Chris Wildfire says, when I first saw this, loved it, but the second time not so much, hoping I like it again. Oh no. Yeah, hopefully you like it more this time. Hey, Angie, glad you could make it. Hey, Shaggy, I am well, thank you. I hope you are too. The Willmeister is here with our first super chat. Thank you so much. You said, not only am I on time this time, as I just got the notification as I was writing this. Nice. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you could make it. I appreciate your super chat. Speaking of super chats, let's get our goal going for the Scream 5 watch party. Let's see here. In the meantime, everyone get their movie ready. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. And I'm super excited. I haven't rewatched Scream 4 in like a while. So, let's see. Okay. All right. Our goal is live in the chat. So if we can get 15 $5 or higher super chats within the next 2 hours, we'll do our Scream 5 watch party sometime next week. So if that is something you guys are interested in, the goal is there for you guys. But either way, we're going to hang out, have fun, watch Scream 4 for the next 2 hours. Matthew says, while I enjoy Scream 3 a little more than 4, I like 4 a lot. It was way better than Scream 6, in my opinion. Yeah, have to agree. Way better than 6. Ray is dog sitting. Stu is alive here is in the chat. Welcome. Hey, DJ. Will Meister sending in another super chat. Our first one towards the goal, I believe. If it registered. I'm not sure if it even registered towards the goal. But thank you so much, Will Meister. This was the first Scream movie I got to see in theaters. It was nothing like Stab 2 premiere. Yeah, it was also my first one in the theaters. I don't remember it being very crazy. I think I was like 15 when this came out. So a while ago. But yeah, same. First one in the theaters. Thank you so much, Will Meister, for both of your super chats so far. I agree. Scream 4 is my favorite sequel. Carl is here. I've always loved Scream 4, but I've also felt that it was an independent movie within the franchise. Jill is an awesome reveal. Yeah, I think that is a fair assessment. You know, we have the first 3, which is like its own trilogy. And then we got 5 and 6 with the Carpenter sisters. I feel like 7 is kind of like the final movie in this new trilogy, sort of, even though there's rumors that it's like the start of a new trilogy. But the fact that we have the twins in 7, it kind of feels like 5, 6, and 7 is its own trilogy. And Scream 4 is kind of like it's, you know, a standalone movie. Yes, please, everyone give the stream a like. Hey, J-Rod. Hey, Michael. Yeah, you guys know about my Dewey theory. He might have known something. Hey, Gregory. We have Ice Fishing Enthusiast choosing Scream 4 over Mowing the Lawn. Nice. Hey, Jesse. Oh, yeah. So I am also watching it on Prime Video. It's free, so there might be an ad at some point. I don't know. Kind of annoying, but like, what can you do? I'll let you guys know if I get to a commercial. And we'll just take it from there. Yes, I am paused at 0 seconds, 0 everything on the Dimension logo. We're gonna get started. So hopefully everyone is ready to go. If not, take a moment right now to get your movie set up. I will do like a 30-second countdown and then we'll all hit play at the same time. Will Meister coming through with another super chat. Thank you so much. You said, y'all know that Scream 2 is my favorite sequel, but Scream 4 is a close second. Nice. Yeah. I know a lot of people have 2 in second place after the original. For me, Scream 4, so good. My favorite sequel. My ranking in general is 1, 4, 2. I think 5, 6, 3. I kind of feel like 6 and 3 are interchangeable for me. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in. But 4 will always be my favorite sequel unless Scream 7 can top it. Hopefully it does. You went through all the ads. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get an ad. It was not a reference to the first movie, but that's funny. 30-second delay. Kenny the cameraman. I appreciate you being here, Matthew, even though you can't watch the movie. All right, so let's get started. Thank you to everyone who is here right now. I appreciate you guys for choosing to spend your Wednesday nights hanging out, watching my favorite Scream sequel. All right, we're going to do, you'll see the 30-second countdown on the screen, and then when that's over, hit play. Here we go. Okay, I have hit play. The phone is ringing. You know, I do love this opening. I know a lot of people don't. I kind of like the multiple fake outs. Hey, Derek. Facebook stalker. It's like so dated. Yeah, I think it's a unique opening. Damn. It's a good Ghostface line. Cut through your neck until I feel bone. I feel like Scream 4 also has a lot of good Ghostface lines. I don't think anything can top the original opening. It really does, Ray. Notice how Lucy Hale's character mentions the name Wayne and Bailey, which is obviously the character in Scream 6. That's funny. Hey, Dino. Sort of, but you know, it's like a time capsule, kind of. Hey, Antonio, I am at 322. Damn. I'll never forget watching this opening for the first time. So good. Like, it's so crazy how many stars are just in this opening. I literally forget that Anna Paquin is in a Scream movie. That's kind of crazy. This part of the opening with the two blondes, Anna Paquin, Kristen Bell, probably my favorite of the three different storylines within the opening. Matthew, that might be my favorite line also. I feel like I quote that line a lot. Doshi. That's a fair assessment. You know, it's funny, like Marnie kind of just contradicted herself. She said she didn't know about the story. She was asking questions and then she goes, "Don't we hear enough about this every year?" So it's like, do you know the story or you don't? Will Meister with another super chat. Thank you. Apparently the Ghostface voice is or was a real thing. My mom tried to use it on me, but I instantly knew it was her. Imagine getting a phone call and it's Ghostface on the phone. I wonder if there's actually like an app you can use. That's true, Dino. Damn, poor Marnie. My God, I didn't know that, Ray. That's cool. Damn, Marnie. Through the glass door. The crowns are something with like community board. I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's like a new thing with YouTube. It always bothers me here how like Jenny's behind the door and she just waits there. Like I would have been running. Like, ugh. Hey Dustin. Thanks for stopping by. No, seriously, like grab a weapon, keep running. Ugh. This sucks. Yeah, Matthew, I've posted a TikTok before asking people like, do you think that Sam was at the Stabathon? Oh my God, I love this song after the title card. It's so nostalgic. I love it. Ugh, I love Scream 4. Hey, Thomas. Oh no, DJ. That sucks. It's on Freevee, it's on Plex. Well, maybe Sam was at the Stabathon because, you know, it's a small town, there's not much to do. At that point in her life, she knew that Billy was her dad. She found out when she was like 13, and in this movie, she's like 14. So she knew Billy was her dad. Maybe she was curious about him and who he was. So she went to the Stabathon to see the movies. Ugh, Dewey. So sad. I like when he yells at Kirby right here. I love Kirby. She's got to be in my top 5 characters in the whole franchise. I feel like all the Scream 4 characters are just so good. They all actually have like personalities, you know? Which I feel like Scream 5 doesn't do. Same with Scream 6. Um, I mean, you know, Kirby is 30 years old in Scream 6. She's going to be different, you know, but it still felt like her to me, just older. I do think Charlie had personality. Yes, I love Charlie. Like, why do they call her Marnie the Carney? Why do they give her that name? I do love Hayden in that movie. I feel like if Hallie survived, we would know by now. Judy, stop hitting on Dewey. He's married. You know this. Man, I miss Dewey. There's like a deleted scene where they go to Jenny Randall's house. They should have kept it. Scream 4, I feel like, has so many deleted scenes. There's a fountain scene that they deleted. I think it's so funny that Nancy O'Dell is in a lot of Scream movies. She's in 3, which is one more than Melissa Barrera. True, Michael. I'd like to think she was at the Stabathon. You know, I don't know if I've ever had a lemon square. Gotta make it happen. All right, I'm convinced that that is Robbie's boyfriend that he's talking to. I know he jokes later on about like being gay and he might be lying, but I think he's telling the truth. And I think that guy's his boyfriend because there's multiple scenes where he's talking to that guy. Kirby also predicted the Bambi horror movie. Yes, Wellmeister. I think you kind of actually see right there. I see it right now, the statue. But I think there is another deleted scene that you're talking about. Trevor's so sus. Hey, Pirate X. Yeah, I love Charlie. See, Robbie was just talking to that guy again. And it's like the other guy just walks away when like someone else shows up. Like they're keeping it a secret. You know, I do think Sydney being a writer is pretty interesting. Someone mentioned it in the chat earlier. But I guess she never continued with that career because it's like she just wanted to write about her story once and like kind of move on. I love the evolution of their relationship, Sydney and Gail. Maybe she is alive, Derek. That is the second Barney Fife reference with Dewey. You know, the filter never really bothered me. It kind of has a nostalgic feel to it. I don't think so, Chris. Apparently, Sydney owns a coffee shop now. DJ, I am at 21 minutes. 21. Damn. Imagine this happening again after 11 years of peace. Yeah, Doshi, that was Joel McHale, and I had the same thought as you. I mean, he is playing Sydney's husband, so I didn't really think he would be the killer anyway. I do think Scream 4 is Gail's best look. She's definitely wearing extensions though. Back off, Judy. Willmeister with another super chat. Thank you. You're a Scream conspiracy theorist. Robbie looks and sounds a lot like Cotton. If that an extremely subtle reference, or was Cotton not 100% with his girl in Scream 3? I never thought that he looks or sounds like Cotton. I'll have to pay attention to the next Robbie scene. I don't know. I feel like if anything, it's like a coincidence. Yeah, I never really noticed a resemblance. Thank you so much, Willmeister, for your super chats. We are 3 out of 15 for the goal for the Scream 5 watch party. Gail's so mean. True, Antonio. Seriously. Gail solves these crimes better than Dewey does. I feel like Dewey's always a little mean to Gail. I think Kirby's so funny in this scene. Dewey and Sydney do share a few moments where it's questionable. One of them is in this movie. True, Matthew. I always say, like, you know, if Dewey didn't like who she was and didn't accept who she was, then don't be with her. Don't try to change her. She is who she is. I kind of agree, Harvey. Gail is so good in this scene. That is one of my favorite Gail moments. The Willmeister with another super chat. The filter never bothered me, but after seeing the opening of Final Destination Bloodlines, I sort of get where people are coming from. What do you mean? What does it have to do with Final Destination? Was there like a filter there? Yeah, the filter never bothered me. I actually kind of like the filter. It gives it this like nostalgic feel to me. Thank you, Willmeister, for your super chat. This is the moment with Dewey and Gail that I was talking about earlier. At the end of their conversation here, they like share a look where something like might happen between them. I wonder if they continued with Scream 5 a decade ago, if they would have explored their relationship. Right there, they share like a look, a lingering look. Hey, Francisco. Hey, Marcus. This wouldn't be a Scream 4 watch party without the lieutenant of the Charlie Army present. Yeah, we need you. Yeah, there was like a little moment between Sydney and Dewey. Hey, Sherry. I am at 29 minutes. 29 minutes. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining late. True, Ray. Also, they could have known each other for a very long time. Like, we don't know for sure if, like, Sydney and Tatum were, like, lifelong friends. You know what also bothers me? Sydney knocks on Jill's door and just barges right in. She doesn't even wait for her to answer. What if she was, like, changing her clothes? Damn, Sydney's getting deja vu. Yeah, Matthew. Judy's so sus here. Yeah, I mean, technically, wouldn't Sydney already have one of her daughters at this point? Tara's dad. I have a theory on the channel that I think it could have been Stu. I know that sounds crazy if you've never seen my video, but there were some clues there. Check it out if you're curious. Yeah, Judy was kind of a solid red herring. Hey, Mike. Thanks for joining. In case you're just tuning in and want to like catch up, I'm at 31 minutes 37 seconds. Il Perkins, she is a high school student. Marcus, I am at just about 32 minutes. Jill and Kirby are watching Shaun of the Dead. Great scene coming up here. Woodsboro cops suck, man. They really do. True, Ray. We could have used a little bit more of that in Scream 6. Yeah, this definitely has to be like the most brutal scene of the franchise. Willmeister with another super chat. Thank you. I don't get how Judy was suspicious in that scene or overall. I thought she was funny and quirky. She was never a red herring to me. I don't know, just the way she's lingering in the shadows. I guess it is a little obvious, so like maybe you should know that it's not her, but still creepy to me. Thank you, Willmeister, for all of your super chats. We are 5 out of 15 for the goal. I never said I was in your closet. Damn, run, Olivia. Sydney's ready. Oh, man. Brutal. Like, seriously, where are the cops? Man, that's rough. But also, this is like so risky of Charlie. Like, he could get caught at any moment. What if the cops were there and ran into the room? Pepsi Coke Beer Milk with a super chat. Thank you. This is why I took the doors off my closet. Ghostface ain't getting me. Yeah, smart choice, probably. Thank you so much for your super chat. Damn, Olivia's guts all over the bed. Those walls are painted red. Damn. Good ghost face line. Gonna slit your eyelids in half? Yikes. Damn. Sydney does like a crazy high kick coming up in a few seconds. Damn. That was a crazy high kick from her. My God, how did he get away that fast? Jill's a pretty good actress, I'll give her that. If Tatum is 17 in Scream 7 and the events pick up in 2026, like I think it will, then that means Tatum was born between 09 and 10. Mark and Sydney had her before marriage. No ring on Sydney's finger in 4. Or Sid could have had Tatum to someone else before meeting and marrying Mark. Interesting. Yeah, so I feel like she definitely had her first daughter at this point, but I mean, I do think it's like interesting that they don't mention it in the movie. Maybe she didn't want to reveal personal details to people. I don't know. Internet Explorer with a $5 super chat. Thank you. Is Olivia's death the most brutal of the entire franchise? It's definitely up there. I think so. The neighbors in town right here make me laugh when they're like, "It's all your fault, Sydney." Yeah, I think Olivia's is the most brutal, honestly. I think Greg in the opening of Scream 6, like when we see his body, that might be the most like gruesome image, but we don't see it happen. So I do think Olivia is the most brutal. Yes, Will Meister, there is one of many deleted scenes where Wes Craven makes his cameo. Oh wait, Olivia's aftermath. Oh, I was thinking with Jenny and Marnie at their house. Is there another one? I don't know if I've seen all of the deleted scenes. But thank you for your super chat. I just love Charlie and Robbie as a duo. Second story window with the super chat saying, Jill calling her cousin the angel of death is the most unfabulous thing you could say. If you know, you know. I do know. I did watch that show as a kid. Thank you, second story window. Hey, Thomas. Yes, that is the plan. We'll do Scream 5 if we hit our super chat goal within this stream. I think we'll get there. Hey, Justin. I am at 42 minutes, 25 seconds. Damn. See you, Rebecca. Willmeister with another super chat. Thank you so much. About the eyelid line, Nev Campbell originally responded out of character and said, "You sick fuck." There's a video of Roger L. Jackson explaining it while laughing. I'll need to look that up. What is her actual response? I forget. Thank you, Willmeister. Seriously, for all of your super chats. Super generous. We're working our way towards the goal for the Scream 5 watch party. I see a few of you have a commercial. I don't. I don't have one yet. Hopefully the ad is not that long. Hey, Keon. Thanks for joining. If you want to tune in, we are at 44 minutes. Yeah, 5 and 6 are on Paramount Plus, I think. Let us know when you're back from the commercial, and then we'll just tell you the timestamp. In the morgue. So good. Okay, we are at 45 minutes, 17 seconds. This is such a good scene. Damn, how did Ghostface get on the hood of the car like that? Angie, I am at 46 minutes, 15 seconds. Rebecca is just getting out of her car. $46:30 is the timestamp. Run, girl. Damn. See ya, Rebecca. That sucks. What does Gail mean when she says they resemble the pattern of the original murders? I don't think they do. I did a Who Killed Who long time ago on the channel. Antonio as a Rebecca hater, I love that scene so much. Yeah. She's a good character to hate for sure. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it. Ugh, love the cinema club scene. Scream 4 is just full of good scenes. The net. She calls the internet the net. I don't, Shannon. Um, I know Marcus does, who is here in the chat. There was a time where I did kind of think that, but I don't think so anymore. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I don't think Jill did a lot of the killing. I think Charlie did most of it. Yeah, honestly, I would love it if they were working together, Marcus, but I just think that's like too crazy for most fans to wrap their head around. So I feel like it's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't really see it, Will Meister. I don't know. Right. Yeah, I have cheese string cheese in my fridge. I should have had the snack for tonight. Yeah, right, Jill. You want all the attention. So I actually don't think Jill killed her mom. I think Charlie did. The wording that Jill says, I think, is very specific. She technically didn't say she killed her mom. She said even my own mother had to die. So I think Charlie did that. Another super chat from Pepsi Coke Beer Milk. Thank you. Totally random thought, but I love Charlie and Jill's plaid shirts. Yeah, they are part of the blue plaid theory within the Scream franchise. If someone is wearing blue plaid, beware. Beware of them. Um, but I think Scream 6 kind of changed it to red plaid. I did a video on this like almost 2 years ago. Trevor's with another girl back there. I personally do think I feel like whoever Jill kills, we see her do it unmasked. So I feel like she only kills Trevor and Charlie. Yeah, Marcus, I think it could work. I agree. There's a lot of clues out there that both of us covered on our channels, but I just don't think they'll do it, unfortunately. It could work though. Third annual Stabathon. Yes, Harvey, I agree. Robbie is so funny. Pepsi Coke Beer Milk with another super chat. Here we go. Now we're a watch party watching a watch party. Super meta. How meta can you get? I did not know that, Mike. Interesting. Um, Billy wore blue plaid. Um, and Richie in Scream 5. Like, who's moving the camera here? I don't know. You guys know my whole theory with like um Kirby. It's such an extensive theory. I'm not going to get into it now. But check it out. I have a theory about Kirby possibly being a secret Ghostface in Scream 4. How meta can you get? How whata? Come on, Dewey. Yup, Marcus. Yeah, Dewey can be so frustrating at times. He really, yeah, exactly, right. He never has faith in Gail, but it's like she literally solves these murders every time. See, like Charlie had just been drinking with Robbie the whole time. So how is he the one messing with the cameras? I don't know. Yeah, they're always butting heads, those two. I agree, Kitty. We might find out in Scream 7 that it was Stu. Some people think it was Angelina. Yeah, I mean, when you watch Scream 3, there's two killers in a lot of those scenes for sure. Um, Willmeister with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I remember that picture of Gail wearing the ghost face mask, putting the fan base into a frenzy online. People, admittedly, myself included, had weirdly no trouble buying Gail as a ghost face. Were you fooled? Um, I don't think I was. So, like, back then, when this movie came out, I was not obsessed with this franchise the way that I am today. So I really wasn't into all of the theories and stuff like that back then. I was like 15, you know, I wasn't obsessed. Um, but I could see why it had some people fooled because back then it had been 11 years since the third one. So it's like at that point, who knows what the hell is going on with the franchise? Um, but I do feel like if they revealed it in the trailer or whatever, then it probably doesn't really mean anything, you know? Um, so I don't know. Thank you, Willmeister, for all of your super chats. We are just about at our goal. So thank you guys so much for all of your super chats. And I believe we just got there with our goal. Yes. Amazing. Thank you so much. Scream 5 watch party coming next week sometime. Thank you, Pepsi Coke Beer Milk. Shots fired, yeah. Poor Gail. She's been through so much. She's been shot like what, 3 times in the franchise? As I said during the Scream 2 watch along, don't ask questions, just enjoy the ride. True. Yeah, you can't really sometimes you can't ask too many questions. You got to just enjoy the movie. But I can't help it, you know. Thank you so much for your super chat. You could, you could probably just rent the movie for like $5 if you don't want to sign up for a whole subscription, Justin. But I do think Paramount is a great app, so it might be worth it. You know, normally I think these watch parties go by quick. I feel like this one is taking its time. We still got a lot of movie left. Yeah, I do have to get the rest of the franchise on DVD. I only have the third one. Yeah, not great cops. I should do a ranking video for how bad all of the cops are. The worst has to be the one from Scream 5. Damn. R.I.P. though. I love this shot of Ghostface though in the street like that. So good. I love the Bruce Willis line. Chad would have survived that. True. You're not wrong, Ray. Um so there's multiple cops in Scream 5. Isn't there one called like Reggie? I'm not sure. I could be making that up. The one I'm referring to that sucks is the one who leaves Tara at the hospital by herself. And Sam's like, "Who's watching my sister?" And he's like, "I don't know. They needed me here." That one sucks. I think his name is Vincent. Deputy Officer Vincent, something like that. Yeah, honestly, Judy is a pretty good cop. I'm not gonna lie. She'd be pretty high up on my ranking. See, Ghostface is always telling her to put on the news. We saw that in the Scream 3 watch party. Am I right? Yeah, you know, I love Dewey, but he's not great at his job. He's not. But he has a lot of heart. So he probably would be pretty high up on my ranking also, just for that. But like, he's not great at figuring things out. Damn. Poor Kate. She's not a great character. She's really not. They didn't give her a lot to work with. I wish I wish Lauren Graham was cast in the role like she was supposed to be. At least Kate died without knowing her own daughter was a killer. That's rough. I guess this is another moment where Judy is a little sus. Will Meister, because you were asking earlier. I don't know, Dan. I I mean, I feel like Jill's already at Kirby's house. But I know some of us here on YouTube like have a theory that there's a third ghost phase. I don't know. Aw, Dewey. Maybe, Derek. You never know. Yeah, Dewey and Gale have their moments, but they really butt heads all the time. Yes, Ray. Gotta add it to the screen diet. Trevor sus. Hmm. Charlie looked at Jill weird there. When Trevor said that Jill invited him, Charlie looked at her like maybe that wasn't part of the plan. Yes, Trevor is wearing that Neil Prescott fit. Robbie's lit. Yeah, you know what? Trevor's death is probably up there for like one of the most brutal just because of that. I think he's drinking tequila. Like a dark tequila. I wonder if Charlie and Kirby kissed, if things would have turned out differently. Maybe he would have spared her. Trevor, come on. Way to kill the vibe. Trevor's such an idiot. Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, there's like never parents in this franchise. Damn, Robbie. Run, Sydney. Sydney really delivers a lot of good kicks in this movie. Two stories, who cares? Jump. You'll survive that. Like, why does no one ever have a weapon? If I was Sydney running from her house to Kirby's house, grab a knife from the kitchen. I would have like 3 knives on me. Damn. Charlie's a pretty good actor too. I think he would convince me to open the door. Damn. Great scene here. Yeah, the second there's one kill in town, I would be out of there. You would not find me anywhere. True, Justin. But still, I would just leave. Like, F that. I'd rather get in trouble with the cops later on than stick around and get killed. This is called making a move. Honestly, like, both reveals in this movie are great. Charlie's reveal is good. Obviously, Jill's is as well. Shaking my head. Damn. Thank God Kirby survives that. You think anyone gets away? Damn. Wow. Yeah, Charlie didn't want to do it. I will never forget experiencing this reveal for the first time. I was absolutely shook. Yeah. I did not see it coming. Poor Trevor. Oof. Damn. Oh man. Poor Trevor. Jill is pretty heartless. She's using you, Charlie. Come on. Oh, boo-hoo, Jill. Sydney this and Sydney that. Get over it. Old school, like Billy and Stu. Shoulder me. Damn. That's not the way we rehearsed it. Yeah, a lot of these ghost faces just whine and whine. Billy, Roman, Jill. Damn, poor Charlie. I feel bad for him. I don't need friends. I need fans. Jill's iconic, though. Um, Jill is so real for this, though. What am I supposed to do? Go to college? Work? um, I do think Jill could come back if they really wanted to do it, but will it happen? I don't know. Like, why does Sydney just stand there and like wait for her to stab her? At least try to get away. I don't know. All right, here we go. Jill's about to beat the crap out of herself. Sydney should really stay away from kitchens. She always is getting stabbed in kitchens. I mean, maybe it's because Jill also had a gun, so it's like hard to run away from someone with a gun, but like I think I'd rather try that than just stand there and wait for it to happen. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they came back with a movie after 11 years and then took another like 10 years off. Emma Roberts is great. So good. If I was Jill, I would call it a day here. Like your face you're stabbed, your face is bloody, like give it up. I get you want it to be believable, but Jesus. Yeah, Emma Roberts, she really is a great actress. Yeah, Ray. Imagine, imagine we got another movie with Jill. Such a shame. If they had continued with the trilogy back then and Jill survived for Scream 5, I do fully believe it would have led to Stu coming back in Scream 6 years ago. I do feel like Stu coming back was always the plan that they just haven't been able to accomplish yet. Until Scream 7, of course. Come on, Jill. You almost got away with it. It took you 0.2 seconds to slip up. Jill's like, oh, shit. Here we go. I mean, really, Derek. It took her 5 seconds to slip up. Like, just keep your mouth shut. Yeah, Jill definitely backed herself into a corner here. But I guess it's worth trying to get out of it, because either way, you're gonna get caught, you know? Might as well try. It took Gail 1 second to put it together. Oh no. Yeah, it happens sometimes. I don't know. My internet sucks. But we're almost done, so Jill really has so many good lines. Oof. Poor Sydney. That's got to cause some internal bleeding or something. Jeez. Dewey, watch out. Damn. My God. Jill really could have killed Dewey with the freaking bedpan. Hey, Brett. Yikes. Willmeister with another super chat. I remember my theater erupted at the "Don't F with the original" line. It was beautiful. Did yours? I honestly don't remember, but that is one of my favorite Sydney lines in the whole franchise. Clear. Clear? Clear. Don't F with the original. Damn, she's smoking. Thank you so much, Willmeister, for all of your super chats. Seriously. See ya, Jill. Although, I don't know. We do get that little face twitch from her. I don't think they could come back. At least Ethan for sure, no, because I can't stand him. I mean, is it possible? Technically, they weren't shot in the head, but yeah, Dan, her face does twitch. You gotta look very closely. It's so subtle. Damn. Damn, what a movie. I do really like this end credit song as well. It's grown on me over the years. Oh my god, I forgot she was in that movie. She had to have been super young, right? Yeah, it's super subtle when Jill twitches. But it's there. They even talked about it in an interview. I think Wes Craven and Emma Roberts did an interview where they talked about keeping it in the movie. Yeah, Woodsboro, not a great place to live, that is for sure. You would not catch me living there. Yeah, movie's great. Definitely not the strongest soundtrack, but there's like two songs that I like. The one after the title card, and I do like the end credits song. Um, but I think nothing beats the original soundtrack. Scream 2 soundtrack is great. So is 3, honestly. Um, yeah. There's a lot of good songs throughout the franchise. Hey Lou, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you being here. But that concludes our Scream 4 watch party. This has been an absolute blast. You guys know this is my favorite Scream sequel, and I have not rewatched it in a while, many months. So super fun. We have one more super chat from the Willmeister. So Scream 5 is next. I feel like that's the perfect time and place for you to try lemon squares. Yeah, maybe I will have to get some lemon squares for our Scream 5 watch party, which will be sometime next week. I'm not sure. So this coming week is very crazy for me. This is probably going to be my last stream until the earliest Monday. Yeah, Monday I might stream. I'm not sure. Tuesday is actually my birthday, so I do want to do like a birthday stream on here. So it is either going to be Monday or Tuesday I would like to do. And then a week from today, next Wednesday, I am on Craven Something Scary's channel for a live stream. So look out for that. I think he has it posted on his channel already. So super excited for that. But yeah, I won't be able to stream all weekend starting tomorrow. So Monday or Tuesday, earliest stream. Wednesday, I'm on Craven's channel. So our watch party might not be until like Thursday or Friday of next week. It's going to be a little while. But I will let you guys know when it's happening. I like to let you guys know at least like 2 days in advance so that you can like clear your schedule, get ready for it. Thanks, Justin. Thank you, Brett. Thanks for hanging out, Marcus. All right, so we are going to call it a night here. It was a blast hanging out for the past 2 hours with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, all of your comments and stuff. Thank you to everyone who sent in a super chat because that helped us get to our goal for the Scream 5 watch party. So thank you to the Willmeister. Thank you to Sherry, Pepsi Coke Beer Milk, Internet Explorer, and Second Story Window, and Antonio Matthews. You guys were super generous tonight, so I seriously appreciate it. Thanks, Antonio. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Mighty Pato. I do plan on hanging out with you guys for my birthday. It's either going to be Monday the day before or Tuesday on the day of. We will see. Thank you, Ray. Thanks, Chris. All right. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I won't see you for the weekend, but I shall talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out.